Lifestyle with Neeraj. My morning starts with a hot cup of cappuccino coffee. This is a drink that I like to make from basic ingredients using an espresso machine that lets me decide on the final outcome of my drink. No doubt you are familiar with many of the commercial espresso machines available in the market today. A lot of them have automated most of the functions needed to make a cappuccino. The cappuccino is a type of coffee beverage that likely originated in Austria in the 1700s as a coffee containing cream and sugar, where it was called Cappuccino. Further developments occurred in Italy. The first espresso machine was invented in Milan. However, it wasn't until the 1950s that the cappuccino as it is served today appeared. The term espresso originated from the fact that each cup was made on an individual basis. The use of heat and pressure in an espresso machine results in a golden foam on top of the coffee, which is called crema. Originally, this drink was served in small quantities as single shots of espresso. Our North American variety consists of much larger volumes, as a full mug containing 2 shots. By definition, a cappuccino should contain the same amount of foamed milk of at least 1 centimeter. Steamed milk that has much less foam results in a latte. As I said before, I like to individualize my coffee. Personally, I don't emphasize the quantity of foam since I do not enjoy drinking it and I end up pouring it out when I finish the drink. My second preference is that the coffee should have a strong, almost bitter taste. Therefore, I select the beans carefully. I tend to buy Arabica coffee that is dark roasted. Robusta beans have a higher caffeine content and are a little too bitter for my liking. You can also find blends of Arabica and Robusta coffees. Remember that dark roasts have lost most of the original coffee flavor and you are tasting mostly the effects of the heating process. If you prefer to taste the original flavor of the beans, you may want to select light or medium roasts. Light roasts have the highest level of acidity, whereas dark roasts are low in acidity. You may recall that acidity or low pH gives a sour note, whereas a low acidity or higher pH gives a more bitter taste. You may want to select other features in the coffee beans. Some of them may be labeled especially for espresso or more crema or torrefacto. Torrefacto is a process popular in Spain, France, Portugal and some South American countries in which sugar is added during the roasting process to enhance aroma and flavor. I grind the beans freshly before making each cup using a Vario coffee grinder. The settings on the Vario have to be determined by trial and error. In some cases, certain coffee beans will simply not result in a good crema no matter what you do. So the variety of coffee beans that you buy will have an impact. Right now, I'm using Kicking Horse coffee from Alberta. It has all the qualities that I'm looking for in a coffee. I get good crema using the grind settings on the Vario set at fine. The rest of the beans are stored at room temperature in an airtight container where they remain fresh for months. Next, I pour the finely ground beans into the portafilter and tamp down with a considerable force. I set the portafilter aside and go on to prepare the milk. It takes a lot of practice to foam the milk just right. I select 1% milk only. You can get better results using whole milk. Since I consume a cup of this drink every day, I want to limit the amount of saturated fats and calories. Certainly, I use whole milk when I make a cup for my guests. I pour only a small amount of milk into a steel container. It is important to use a steel container so that you can determine the temperature of the milk as you are steaming it. The espresso machine that I have is a Rancilio, and like most machines, it comes with a built-in steam wand. Now another crucial point is to heat the wand for several minutes and let out all the hot water from the wand so that you are left with only steam. You want to introduce steam into the milk to make microfoam, whereas adding hot water will make creamy hot milk. If you do not get enough foam, you will end up making a latte, which is actually just as nice a drink. I tend to tilt the steel jug and insert the wand. You can monitor the amount of foam that you are making as well as the temperature of the milk. Good microfoam tends to be dry, that is, it does not drip off the spoon. When you are satisfied with both of these, set the jug aside. The next step is to attach the portafilter and brew the espresso. You can see the effluent turn golden as it makes the crema. I tend to make roughly 2 shots before turning off the machine. This is about a third of this mug. Next, you pour the foamed milk over the espresso shot and your drink is ready. I hope you found this video informative. Thank you for watching.